doesn't matter. Here's the thing, Kyle Richards. Nobody cares that you're with a woman. I personally don't like labels. I mean, I'm gay. I don't believe Kyle is a lesbian. That's just me. I believe Kyle is, has fallen in love with Morgan Wade. I don't think that necessarily makes her a lesbian. I think she's thrilled. I think she's in a lesbian relationship. I mean, everyone's talking about Edwin being in the hospital for Teddy, and Edwin has released a statement that, Teddy has made it out of surgery, thank God, and he's never seen her in so much pain. Yeah, it is pain afterwards. But why is Kyle was there? To me, this is the official coming out of Kyle Richards. To me, I owe Sarah Fraser an apology. To me, I can't remember what all the other guests said, but to me, this is proof that Kyle is with Morgan because so look, you lost your friend Lorena and you have an estranged relationship with your sister who you claim is an alcoholic. I just saw Kim a few weeks ago, and so your sister and you don't speak. Your other friend passed away. You're separated from your husband in 27 years. You're going through a lot, Kyle. So you're going to the hospital to be there by the side of one of your best friends who is now going into brain surgery. You should be there. This is one of your absolute, probably in your top two, three, four, five friends ever. And I get it. You should be there. You want to be there. But when you're going to support that friend because you are so worried about them, truly, I don't see you bringing another friend. It's all about the friend that is laying there. Now, I know Morgan and Teddy know each other too and all that, but I don't know. You're not bringing for Faye Resnick, who's one of your really good friends. You're not bringing another friend. You're bringing Morgan. To me, I mean, and I don't care if you are fucking 12 women every night. I don't care. What I care about, again, is that you are on a reality show. You are not mentioning Morgan's name because she has asked you not to. And while I completely respect that, I feel the same way about that as I do Melissa and Teresa not speaking to each other, Tom and Ariana not speaking to each other. Too fucking bad. Everybody needs to take a lesson from Carl Radke and Lindsay Hubbard. They have done interviews, and I don't know if it was Carl or Lindsay or both, but one of them said, I think it was Carl who said, yeah, I mean, I would rather not be in a house with my ex-fiance who's now pregnant with another guy's baby, but for the story, for the show, people want to see this. We're colleagues, we're professionals, we're showing up to do a job, so we will speak. Yes, Carl, yes, that is how you do it. So I do have a problem with Kyle deciding that Morgan doesn't want to be mentioned, and now you're keeping what is actually going on in your life. And I know Morgan and Teddy were close at all of this. I believe that Kyle bringing Morgan to the hotel room, it's like bringing your husband or wife or significant other. That's who you bring. You don't bring another friend when you're so distraught about the friend laying in the bed. I think they're together, and I think this proves it. So come out, Kyle. I think you just did. And finally, before we leave, this story has me. I'm so into this story. I'm so into this one. Ooh, I am into it. Well, apparently the RHOBH cast fucking hates Jennifer Tilly. Have you heard this? Well, a source claims that the RHOBH cast can't stand Jennifer Tilly and wants her gone from the show, despite producers. Well, producers and us, the audience, have loved watching Miss Tilly this season. But the source claims Jennifer is the least popular of the group and the ladies can't stand her. They've been giving her the cold shoulder, except Sutton, of course, who's been her friend for over a decade. And people wonder why. Now, Sutton ain't gonna give in to the ladies. Come on now, this is a real friendship. But Jennifer tends to pass herself off as this American socialite with her designer bags when everyone knows she took her ex-husband to the cleaners and walked away with a huge divorce settlement, and she still gets royalties from The Simpsons, which he created. Now, I have no problem with this. If I marry Jeff Bezos, if I marry Elon Musk, if I marry whoever else, I'm taking you to the fucking cleaners when we get a divorce. So personally, I don't, that sounds like jealousy to me. That sounds like Erica. It sounds like Garcelle. It sounds like Dorit, maybe three of the lesser well-off ladies. That sounds like complete jealousy. She got this. That's how it works. It's community property state. I don't know how long they were married. They were also pretty close and had amicable divorce. So my source is telling me. But so I don't blame her for getting a piece of The Simpsons. Too fucking bad. But apparently they don't like her. And the source also slammed an interview in which Jennifer claims she doesn't think of herself as rich. Now, this is kind of obnoxious, I find. She owns four properties. We've seen the two in Bel Air. We know about the haunted mansion in Malibu, and she has another one in Vegas. She does flaunt Gucci and Dolce & Gabbana and Chanel, and she has the audacity to say she's not rich. Well, this is kind of annoying. You know how I say, like, oh, come on. Do you guys think Giselle Bryant is really rich? Do you think now Bronwyn Newport married well? Sure. But do you think like Whitney Rose is like rich, rich? Now, I know some of this sounds obnoxious for me, but I'm talking rich. No, they're not rich. Do you think that Alex McCord is rich? No. Most of the housewives are not rich. We have foreclosures and defaults on mortgages. And don't even get me started with all the shady fucking business going on across the river. Well, I'm in Sag Harbor. But when I do go to New York next week, across the river in fucking Jersey, nobody rich. Nobody rich. Jennifer Tilly is rich. So I do think I agree it is obnoxious for you to sit there and say you're not rich. She says, they asked her in an interview that the public is so obsessed with your finances. She said, I'm astonished. Number one, I don't think of myself as rich. Okay, that's fair. There's a lot of people that, you know, say, oh, I'm not successful, so they'll work harder. She says, I guess I'm delusional because I have several properties and a purse that apparently costs 33,000. Well, yes, Jennifer Tilly, the average human being does not have three properties, excuse me, four properties and a purse for $33,000. She said, I thought everyone knew about The Simpsons, blah, blah, blah. But this is where it's kind of weird. My boyfriend and I live very simply in a very small, cluttered house. Yes, there's a giant house next door, but we don't go there. Girl, it don't matter whether you go there or not. You have two houses next to each other in Bel Air. And I don't have a giant mansion. Well, you have two houses in Bel Air next to each other. Come on, girl. So, all right. Well, who knew that they hated her? I don't know if this is true, but I find this so interesting. I'm sorry, guys. Apparently, the RHOBA's cast doesn't like Jennifer Tilly. I love her on the show. I love her on the show, right? I don't want Jennifer Tilly to go anywhere. And by the way, if producers want her back, they'll have her back. But if she's that rich and they're making her life miserable, either don't care or, yeah, say sayonara and go live your life, right? Anyway, positive thoughts to Teddy. Let's keep an eye on this Jennifer Tilly because I mean the fact if the cast don't like her, that to me is just I don't know. I find that very interesting. Is anyone else so interested in that? And she is rich, and I love her on the show. I guess that's it. Tomorrow, what show do we have for you tomorrow? We have a good show tomorrow. It's Monday. It's another week. Anyone else find that January felt like 10 years and February is fucking flying by? It's the 17th of the month. What the fuck? We're in 2025. We got to just accept it. Love you all. Have a great